Hi everyone, so after making those tulip vases, I thought we better make some tulips to go in them. So this is the tulip that I want to try and make. Now, it's quite easy to do. You can do it with any size paper that you want. I've used a 6x6 and it's made this tulip. And this tulip measures approximately, it's about 2.5, maybe 2.25 tall by about 1.5 wide approximately. But it's quite nice. You can use any kind of paper. Well, I say any kind of paper, it needs to be thin paper, but you can use patterned or plain. I've actually got a big paper pad that I got given actually, but you can get them in the range. This Origami super pad, and it's very big, as you can see. In fact, I think it was the works. I got it in the works, but it's got all different papers in it, all different colours. So this is the one I'm going to be using. This is, I'm not sure how much GSM it is, but it's basically like an origami paper, so it's super thin. I have also managed to make them using, like this paper here was not origami paper. This was about a 160, but it's a lot more difficult to use. So I would advise using anything from a 120 and below. So 120 down to like origami thickness of paper. You don't want anything too thick. So you want to start with your piece of paper, and I've already started folding mine. You want to start with your piece of paper. So as I said, this is 6x6. And you're going to start by folding it in half diagonally, like this, and then also the other way. So you're going to fold it both ways diagonally. So you end up with that. Then you're going to fold it in half with the pattern. If it's single-sided, you want the pattern on the inside, and you're going to fold it in half normally, just once. Okay, so you end up with that. So this is basically that squash fold that we did for the card recently. So then you just want to pop in your middle there and fold it down, so you end up with that. Okay, so that's basically what you end up with. So then what we're going to do is we're then going to fold up these corners here, and these are going to fold up this edge like that. So you can see that, and you can do the same on this side. Okay, like that. So you've got like a little, and these is kind of like a tea bag fold. Is very similar to quite a few tea bag folds that you get. Then we're going to turn the whole thing over and repeat the process on the other side. So you're going to fold both of your corners up to the top like that. So you end up with that. So on both sides, you've got that on one side and you've got that on the other side. Okay, so where we folded these up here like that. Then what you want to do is you're going to put your fingers in the middle, so these little middle bits here, and you're just going to fold it so that these two triangle pieces are facing each other and these two triangle pieces are facing each other like that. So you end up with that. And as you can see, I've got these folded, these little pockety pieces here, and on the other end you haven't. So now you want to turn it round, so you've just got straight folds at the top. Okay, so that should be your cross section at the top. And underneath, you've got all these extra bits. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a bit more so you can see what I'm doing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this, and this line here needs to go just slightly over your halfway line. So you're going to take this and you're going to fold it. Keep it nice and tight at the edge, and you're going to fold it so it's just slightly over your halfway line. So my halfway line is like at the end of my finger there, and this is like 1 millimeter over. Okay, and then you're going to take this one, and this is going to do the same. So it's just going to go ever so slightly over like that. So hopefully you can see that. You see how that's just slightly over that halfway line. There's the halfway line, and then this one is just slightly over again. And then whichever one is slightly lower, so this one's slightly lower, you're going to tuck that one into that little pouchy bit there. So there's your little pouchy bit. So you're going to tuck that into there like that. Okay, so that's what you end up with. Then we're going to turn the whole thing over and do the same on this side. So we're going to pull this up, this piece that's left, and it's going to go slightly over the halfway line This is why you need thin paper, because if you've got too thick a paper, you're not going to be able to do these folds. Then you take the other one and you go slightly over again. Now I've gone a little bit too far with that first fold, but never mind. That's fine. So you end up with this kind of kite shape like this. And then because this is slightly higher, I'm going to open that up and just tuck that into there like that. Okay, so you end up with a kite. Then we're going to put our fingers in the little side pieces. Just bend down the middle of those and bend down the middle of those, making sure that your little pieces don't pop out, and just kind of flatten it like that. So this is the bits we've just folded in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to blow down that hole. And when you blow down that hole, it inflates it. So I'm going to blow it off camera, because obviously you can't see me, and then you'll see. So there's the hole. Can you see how I've just blown into it and it's inflated the whole thing? Okay, so that whole bottom section is inflated. Now, if you use thicker paper, it won't inflate properly, because I've done this before and it didn't inflate. Sometimes, like this one here, as you can see how creased it is? I've had to try and, so it hasn't really inflated as well. This one's a little bit creased there on that corner, but this one here, for example, I did struggle to get it inflated. If it doesn't inflate very well, you can get a skewer, stick it in there and just kind of poke, or some kind of, you best use the blunt end of the skewer. Just get it in and just kind of try and poke. You do risk making that hole a bit too big, but anyway, that's the price we pay. So if you turn it round like this, what we want to do now is very carefully take each of these little pieces here. So you see this bit here, and we're just going to very gently hold it and very gently kind of just peel them back. Sometimes, if you're not careful enough, you will get tearing. So just be very careful that you don't get tearing. Okay, so that's that one there. So then we're going to do this one. So again, we're just going to very carefully, so we might get a little bit of tearing there. So you just need to be really careful when you peel it back. In fact, I'm going to peel this one first because it's over the top of that one. So let's peel this one back first. And then we're going to peel this one back. Oh, yeah, so I've got a bit of tearing on this one. You see how that bit there is just torn a little bit. But yeah, so that's that. The more inflated you are, the easier it is, because that side's not quite inflated properly. Makes it a bit more tricky. And then we're going to peel back this one here, like that. And there is your tulip head. So now we just need to go ahead and get a wooden skewer or a plastic, like a straw. It could be a paper straw, plastic straw, could be a bit of rolled up green paper, whatever you want to do. I'm going to be using a wooden skewer. Okay, so I've got my wooden skewer, and as you can see, this is one I've already done. And all I've done is I've just taken a pro marker and I've used the emerald pro marker. I've used the thick chunky end. I've just held it at the pointy bit, and then all I've done is just literally gone down in one full stripe all the way down like this, all the way down, and just keep going down until you've covered everything. And I find this is actually a really good way of making your stem. I also did try lollipop sticks, and you can do lollipop sticks. You just kind of have to sort of overlap them a little bit, strap them together, kind of use washi tape, or you could use that floor tape for it. But I find this works quite nicely. So then all you need to do is you take your skewer. I'm just going to let that one dry for a second. I'm going to use one I've already done. It does dry quite quickly, but you take your skewer, you take your pointy end, and you take your tulip, and in that hole there, that's where you stick your skewer, and you can actually get it so the pointy bit goes right up into here. And so there's your tulip. And if you want to attach it so it doesn't spin round, you can just add a bit of hot glue at the base there, or silicone glue. I added a bit of Pinflair silicone glue on mine. So that's the basis of that. So then all we need to do is go ahead and add the leaf. Okay, so once you've obviously done that, you want to go ahead and make your leaf. Now, I made my other leaves out of green paper, but I've run out. So I'm now using vellum, which I think would look probably fine, just a softer look. So what you want to do is cut out, this is the length of an A4, so it's about 11 3/4, but you can go 11 1/2. it doesn't really matter, because obviously leaves are all different sizes, aren't they? So it doesn't really matter. So I think it's roughly the length of your skewer. If it's a little bit shorter, it's not a problem really. And then what you want to do, I've actually cut mine to be 1¼ inches wide. I have done some off camera that are 1 inch wide. You want to score halfway down the middle. So obviously this is 1¼ so I'm going to score about 5/8. That's roughly where it needs to be. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold. I'm actually going to fold it the way it wants to fold, like this. And then what I'm going to do is take a pair of scissors and just freehand, I'm just going to cut up the I'm going to go from the pointy bit actually. So this is my folded edge here, and this is my cut edge. I'm just going to go from the folded edge, just from that top corner, and just kind of freehand kind of cut down, so you end up with that. I mean, it really doesn't make, you know, tulip leaves are not the most difficult to cut really. Just some sort of roughly, something that looks sort of a lot along that kind of lines is fine. And then at the bottom end here, I will be cutting this down in a minute, but just for now I'm just going to take some red tape. Again, you could use glue if you want to, and I'm not going to put loads. I'm going to put about, I don't know what that is, about 2 inches maybe, 2.5, something like that, 3 inches, I don't know, 2 inches, something like that, not very much tape, just up the one side of the crease, and the same on the other side of the crease. Again, I'm just eyeing it really, so put those either side like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the backing off. I'm going to take my skewer and I'm going to put it so that that end of the skewer just goes, so it goes down the middle of the crease line like that, and then just bring it up and just kind of fold it round. And obviously you're going to end up with this bit that you don't want. So then once you've stuck it, just take your scissors and just cut up so close to the stick. Let me use my bigger scissors, close to the stem, and then just sort of go outwards as you, the further up you go. And if you look at actual tulip leaves, you'll see they do actually do this. I still need to stick my tulip on, but yeah. And then all you need to do is just curl this back gently down the crease line, so you get a bit of a curve like this. Obviously this is a bit more, with the paper it curves easier. Vellum's a bit more tricky, so I'm just going to roll it up a little bit, and then hopefully it'll go that way. So yeah, so that's your tulip, and that's basically all you have to do. Obviously I still need to put my glue on the back there, so on this bottom bit here I'm just going to put some silicone glue, so I didn't do that earlier. So I'm using a syringe. You can use a hot glue gun if you want to as well, that's another option. So I'm just going to put a little bit just around the base of my tulip. And obviously you can see it, if you want to you can kind of flatten it down, but the things, once they're all in your vase, you don't really notice it. Like, that's really noticeable to me right now, looking at from here. But obviously when you've got it in your vase you don't really notice them. If you want to, you can just kind of smudge it down a little bit so it's a bit less blobby, and then just leave that to dry. So yeah, so that's how you make origami tulips. So it's not too bad. The inflating bit is probably the trickiest, and just making sure that you follow everything like fold wise, that you fold things in. Otherwise you can end up with these little pieces here. You don't have them to fold the back, so you just need to watch that. But yes, I hope you enjoyed today, and please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. If you'd like to become a member and support the channel, that would be wonderful. There's a join button in the description below, and there's also should be a join button below the actual video itself as well. You can also do a PayPal donation if you want to help me out, and there's a little button for that under the about section on my main channel page. But yeah, I'll see you all again next time. Bye.